Hey y'all, today I have a battle here against Taxilaga, and yeah, this is just a standard match, but I decided to bring a few interesting things, including Mega All Dino, which is a Pokemon that Fullham has been requesting me to use forever, and so I'm just going to use it once, and then probably forget it exists entirely, because it's really for doubles, and not really singles, so. Alright, so, here we go, and I believe he's going to go ahead, well, I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Alakazam, as he decides to lead right off the bat with his Mimikyu, which is not really what I wanted, obviously, so I am going to go ahead and switch out. I do not want to lose my Alakazam so early, so yeah, I'm just going to go out to my Skarmory here, knowing that I should be able to wall what this thing wants to do. He does have the Swords Dance, and obviously Steel does not resist Ghost anymore, so I have to hope that I can take the Shadow Claw right, and then just Whirlwind my way to phase him. And yeah, as you can see, even though I am a physically bulky Starmie, it still does almost half after the Swords Dance. Mimikyu, obviously, is a scary Pokemon. So there you go. I am able to roar him away, though, into his Toxapex. And now I'm going to go ahead and, I believe, try to set up my Stealth Rocks, which is just a good thing to set up. And I believe this thing decides to go for a Scald or an Ice Beam. No, he goes for an Ice Beam, even though I think Scald would have been stronger and probably, you know, well, obviously he has a better chance to burn me than freeze me with Ice Beam, but whatever. He does have Scald, I know that. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Roost here to see what else he has, and if he does go for an Ice Beam again, that means I'd be able to resist it. This time, though, he decides to go for the Toxic Spikes, which is bad because I don't really have a Defogger or Spinner. I don't carry Defog on this particular Skarmory, unfortunately. And, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and switch into Alakazam, and, yeah, I'm going to take the Poison, but that's okay, because I do have Magic Guard. In fact, this is a Magic Guard Life Orb set, and I carry the, Charge Beam to try to get a special attack boost, which really does help Alakazam's sweeping potential, so I do go with the Charge Beam. It is super effective against Toxapex, and because I saw that this is a special one, I'm not really super worried, because Alakazam is more specially bulky, obviously, than physically bulky. And yeah, it's he ends up just trying to hit me, which is fine, and I get a special attack boost, which is pretty excellent. And yeah, now I'm just going to go for a Psychic, because it'll probably kill the Toxapex, but he ends up just switching back into Mimikyu, which I'm going to be able to bust the Disguise. Now, he probably has Shadow Sneak, but I'm thinking that he might try to go and set up again, predicting my switch. So I decided to go for the Psychic, and it looks like I'm right. I am able to kill it, and he didn't go for the Shadow Snake. I guess he was trying to set up with Swords Dance again, which is pretty excellent. So he's going to go out into Flareon now, hoping that he can maybe survive a Psychic, but with a +1, I don't really think it can. I just go for that Psychic, and Alakazam is looking pretty nice as it KOs his Flareon. So in comes now his Greninja, which is probably what he should have went into, because not only does this thing, I believe, outspeed Alakazam, but it also, well, yeah, it also has Protean. Well, this one is Protean, but it's Dark-type, so I can't just hit it with Psychic. I did have Dazzling Gleam, I was just going to go for it, but as you can see, this is a Protean Greninja. It actually could have been worse. If it was Ash Greninja, I would have given him his, you know, Mega Evolution or Transformation, whatever you want to call it. But it is Protean, so now that he's a pure Dark-type, not that it really matters, I'm just going to go into Conkeldurr, and I do have Mach Punch, just going to go for it, and that is going to put the Greninja into red. Unfortunately, I'm not Guts. I am Iron Fist on my Conkeldurr, so I'm not able to benefit from this poison. He ends up having the Water Pulse, which I've never seen on Greninja, but he ends up getting the Confusion with it, so that's, you know, worked out for him. And I actually misclicked. I actually meant to go for the Mach Punch again to try to finish off this Greninja. I end up actually, I believe, accidentally clicking Drain Punch, which is actually better because you're just going to switch into Gardevoir. Obviously, neither one would actually do that much because Gardevoir does X4 resist fighting now that it's a Fairy type. But, yeah, obviously Drain Punch is going to do a little more. I'm going to get some HP back, and since Gardevoir is not actually, you know, it's pretty physically frail, it ends up doing well, more than I actually would have expected with an X4 resistance. But either way, I do have to switch out now, and I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Skarmory again, because I'm pretty sure, unless this thing has Thunderbolt, I can pretty much wall it. He ends up going for a Psyshock this turn, which is fine, seeing as Skarmory resists that, and Psyshock does physical damage, which Skarmory is a physical tank. And, yeah, that's pretty, actually not bad for me at all. Now, I'm hoping he doesn't have Thunderbolt, and he ends up just going for a Focus Miss and missing, which is excellent. So he doesn't have Thunderbolt, and then he just misses with Focus Blast, which really does suck for him. It would have been able to do decent damage to Skarmory, and I'm able to just obviously go for a Brave Bird to get rid of this thing. And yeah, I'm pretty confident though that this Skarmory matches up against his team very well. So I'm kind of glad I decided to bring it. So yeah, he's gonna go back into Toxapex, and I'm just gonna Brave Bird. If this thing doesn't have Recover, I'm pretty confident about this matchup because I was taking his special moves pretty well. Unless he gets, of course, you know, a status, which he does carry Scald, as you can see. I don't think he had revealed the Scald quite yet. So I was kind of hoping maybe he randomly didn't have it, but he does. He didn't get the burn this turn, thankfully, you know, for once. But, yeah, I'm just going to go for another Brave Bird. Like I said, I'm just going to wither down this Toxapex, see if he does have Recover. He probably does, but, you know, I don't know. Just going to go ahead and try, and this turn he switched it up to Ice Beam for some reason. I guess maybe hoping for the freeze, or I don't even know why he switched it up, but I guess that's what he decided to do. He's probably better off going for the Skull to get a burn on me, but it's all good. Anyway, so this turn I'm going to Roost, and he ends up going for the Recover. So we both end up recovering our HP, and yeah, this is going to be a cancerous match up if it ends up coming to this. And, yeah, I really don't want it to, so gonna go ahead and switch out, and I make a kind of a curious switch. I'm kind of hoping that he's gonna continue trying to go for the Ice Beam, so I'm gonna try to go out into my Incineroar. If he goes for the Scald, obviously that's not going to be great. He can't really burn Incineroar since I'm a Fire type, but actually, well, also because I have a Poison on me now. But yeah, he's just gonna go for an Ice Beam again, so I resist that, and end up getting pretty much a free switch in. So I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. I do carry it on this Incineroar, and it is super effective against Toxapex. And this thing is very, very clearly physically bulky. It's gonna take less than half from this Earthquake. Incineroar doesn't have a low attack stat. It's really strong, actually. And he's going to go ahead for the Scald, and unfortunately, that looks like it probably will 2-hit KO me after my Poison. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go for my Z move now, and hope that it will be powerful enough to just get rid of this thing. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for my special Z move, which is, of course, Malicious Moonsault, right? No, Moon Assault something? Malicious Moonsault, yeah, I was right. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just pound this thing with, you know, I don't know, just body slam it and, you know, cause a nuclear explosion, and it still lives! Freaking Toxapex and your stupid bulk, sir. And Incineroar goes down. Fortunately, it was not for nothing. This Toxapex is in red HP. I can now revenge kill with virtually anything. Going to actually try to do use my Superior to revenge kill it, because I can go for a Leaf Storm and get a special attack boost due to Contrary. Unfortunately, he still has Greninja, and yeah, I was hoping that maybe it didn't have Ice Beam randomly, because I knew that Greninja outsped Superior, because Greninja pretty much outspeeds everything. And yeah, I was just kind of hoping that I might be able to, I don't know, well, not outspeed it, but be fortunate enough that it doesn't have a way to KO me. I mean, he's running Water Pulse on it, but no, he doesn't have Ice Beam. Kind of silly for me to expect, but it's fine. I knew that even if he did and he killed Superior, I can actually just continue, because I know that it's Protean, so I don't have to worry about Ash Greninja. And I see the leftovers, so I'm pretty sure that my Audino can come in and actually do things. Fortunately, I do get poisoned, but Mega Audino is pretty bulky, and I am a fairy, so he can't really hit me with a stabbed Dark Pulse, and if his strongest stabbed water move is Water Pulse, then that is perfectly fine with me. He ends up going for a Dark Pulse. I'm not really sure if it was a misclick on his part or what. But, yeah, obviously, my Audino resists that being a fairy, and I'm just going to actually set up a Calm Mind, just so I, you know, obviously can get some extra bulk and get the confirmed kill with Dazzling Gleam. Unfortunately, Audino doesn't even get access to Moonblast, I don't think, so Dazzling Gleam is about the strongest thing I can actually do to it. So, yeah, here we go. He's actually going to Gunk Shot, that's right, and that hurts. And he does actually end up in Gank Shot, so if he would have went for that before, the first time, he might have actually been able to kill my Audino. But thankfully he didn't, and Audino lives. Unfortunately, it's pretty low on HP. His last Pokemon is Donphan. I'm just going to hit it for whatever I can with Dazzling Gleam, and then probably finish him off with my last guy, which... wait, what is my last guy? I don't remember. But I know it matches up well against this thing. I'll just go for a Dazzling Gleam. It does less than half, mind you. Because I don't think my Mega Audino... It's actually supposed to be a Cleric with Wish. So it's not really... I don't think he EV'd in Special Attack at all. So it needs quite a few Calm Minds. Oh, right. I have Conkeldurr, and I do have Ice Punch. And I know that Donphan has no way to reliably recover HP. He goes for a Rapid Spin for some reason. He doesn't have any other Pokemon to switch out into, so kind of pointless to get rid of my Stealth Rocks now. But I guess he just kind of realized he already lost... And, or that, or he misclicked again. But yeah, I'm able to KO the Donphan, and that's pretty cool. So good game there, Taxilaga. And today's question of the day is, what is your least favorite Z move? Continuing my series of least favorites, and we will be doing that. I think I'm going to just do one more after that, and then we're going to get into some other question of the days. But least favorite Z move, it could be a standard Z move or an exclusive one that you either think is useless or maybe too good. As for me, I hate Pikachu, so especially this new Ash Pikachu thing and Picanium Z and that, no, just get rid of it. Just die in a hole, Pikachu. Anyway, leave your comment about that, and see you guys next time. Bye.